What's your spirit animal? I have no idea what I want my spirit animal to be. There's a fox there. There's an owl there. There's some bugs that I can buy. Buy some 3D butterflies. I don't want to, but you know. What's your favorite natural element? Air, earth, fire, water, wood, space. Is space an element? Is space? Because obviously I was just like, naturally, when I think elements, I think like a lot of card games use elements to differentiate types. And typically, or like Pokemon. So typically I'll go for fire as an element that I like. But I like the rain, so technically could also pick water. Swamp isn't an element. Darkness is though. Yeah, I don't know. I would like. I'm more meant Pokemon card game, and then I realised I was just talking about Pokemon in general. What space? I feel like space definitely isn't. It's either water because I like rain, or it's fire because if I'm playing like a Pokemon game or something, I'll typically be drawn to the fire Pokemon. But that could just be because of their aesthetic rather than what they are. What is this doing, by the way? Oh. No, that is being a prick. It's not just me. Let me just... Let me shift. Daddy, please. I'll do. Cool. I'm gonna go with... I'm gonna go with fire. Because I like warmth as well, so we'll take any excuse to narrow this down. In terms of earth and air, like, you just made it look unappetizing because it's dry. And to me, earth and wood are the same thing. They're not, but they are. Air. Alright. And then space to understand, so that's fine. Continue. Oh. I feel at peace with myself most of the time. Very accurate, fairly accurate, somewhat inaccurate, and very inaccurate. I would say that is somewhat inaccurate. I wouldn't say very inaccurate, but it's definitely inaccurate regardless. I do a lot of fine with myself in terms of depression and all that stuff. It's not something we need to go into, but the point stands. It's like, yeah, I'm never fully happy. There's times I'm somewhat at peace, normally after a large meal and I'm asleep kind of thing. But for the most part, it's like, yeah, not truly happy, not truly, like, where I want to be, all that stuff. So somewhat inaccurate is kind of what I go for. Tend to be more down to earth than head in the clouds. Yeah. Spoilers, Haley, what the fuck? What a bitch, ban Haley. I can have my head in clouds when it comes to some stuff, but I'm always very realistic, logical about stuff, so I think it'd be stupid for me not to go very realistic. So let's go very accurate for that one. Can't even spell it. It's fine. It's fine, I'll let you off. I find it easy to approach others. Again, it's either somewhat inaccurate or very inaccurate. As much as people are watching me and being like, but he's so charismatic. And I'm only saying that because I've had that comment thrown at me and I still don't believe it. I would never categorize myself as characteristic. But as Jane said, I can give off the idea that I'm charismatic, sorry, not characteristic. There we go. So yeah, but no, the idea of like approaching others, nah. Tend to try and either, if it's an issue, I'll try to deal with it myself. If it's strangers, pretty much a complete no. I would not approach them off my own back unless I was forced to. The only reason it's only somewhat instead of very is I can if I need to. If I really need to, I can, and you'll think that I'm not having a problem with it. But you'll find if I don't need to, I just won't, and I'll come off across as that like that as well. So, somewhat inaccurate. I frequently do things without a specific schedule or plan. Very inaccurate. One of my biggest anxieties is just trying to wing it, because my brain puts in, just instantly goes for the worst case scenario, and that is the reason you should always have a plan. I'm better than I used to be. I think it's more because of Jane. Jane likes to have a plan as well. But a lot of the time I wouldn't do something because I don't have the plan down to like specific timings. And a lot of times it's because I'm trying to work around other people, or I'm trying to pick them up, or trying to meet them somewhere at a specific time, or I don't know what time I'm getting home. I'm like, no, fuck it, I can't be bothered. Can't bother to try and plan it. So just not gonna do it. So yeah, the more of a plan there is, the more comfortable with doing it. I'm getting better at working without a plan sometimes, but I still wouldn't be as comfortable with that as I would be with a plan. So I tend to go for very inaccurate for this one, because it is very against me to not have a plan. Next. The typical ordinary way feels like a portrayal of myself. What a weird worded question, but I do understand it. Yeah. It's weird because with all like, I don't know, when I think of spirit animals and stuff, I think of like very quirkiness, and I don't consider myself, I feel like this is what that question kind of aligns itself with. Like, are you quirky? Are you against the grain? Are you being the best you can be? It's not really why I do it. I just have fun doing things differently sometimes. Like, to completely, like, I'll play Call of Duty, a first-person shooter, and I'll just use a knife. It's an unorthodox way of playing, and I kind of enjoy it. I'll play Magic the Gathering. I'll play stupid decks rather than try-hard decks. And that's, again, kind of like, it's not an ordinary way to play. I'll go for things that no one's playing, just because it's fun too. Yeah, maybe say I still like to say, because obviously this is very broad. If it was, say, I need to, I don't know, maybe do something professionally, or do something that maybe needs to make me money, I'll try and do it an ordinary way, or like the standard way, just because that's going to help. So I'll go with somewhat fairly accurate. And I can't go with very, because there are typically some things where I prefer to follow a guide and surely in the way that's that typical ordinary way from just following something online, or a guide that I've been given, or whatever. If we're being sort of vague and broad about it. But in terms of like some of the things that I do, or some of the choices I make, yeah, some of them are, I tend to go for more of the normal. If I went online and net decked a deck for Magic the Gathering, yeah, that would feel like a portrayal of myself, because that's like, it's not really what I do. You really need to stop fighting with that bath. You should just lie in it and just be nice with it. So yeah, I'm fine with that as the answer. I frequently come up with ideas or solutions out of nowhere. I think that's very accurate. The out of nowhere part's what kind of makes it not a line, it's a bath. No, lad. Ideas and solutions out of nowhere. I think the out of nowhere part is what makes it really accurate. Because sometimes it'll be when I'm trying to sleep, sometimes it'll be when I'm working on something completely different. There's times I've just literally had to drop whatever I'm doing and go and put whatever I'm trying to do into action while it's in my head, sort of thing. I can't think of any specific instances, but in terms of ideas, obviously I'm constantly trying to think of ways to better the stream without like either putting loads of new things on the screen which would just clog it up, or without being boring or whatever. Real question is, do you want one? No, I don't. It can fuck off. I don't want an owl guide either. I don't know what the fuck that is. Whatever an owl guide is, I'm pretty sure I don't want it. So yeah, I think I'm fine saying very accurate for that one. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Owl could be a spirit. Well, right. If my spirit animal is an owl, we'll have a look at it. Probably won't buy it, but I'll have a look at it. Next. The more useful I am to others, the happier I am. Absolutely. I like to feel needed. I'm not needy. I like to feel needed. I like giving help to people. It's one of the reasons I like being in IT support. It's why I like solving puzzles. I hate, like, genuinely, I hate when people can function fine without me. I like the fact that some people might struggle without me being there. It's kind of weird, but at the same time, like, it's kind of the way my brain works. It's because I was bullied in school, because I was never part of a proper group. I have to find my reason to stay part of that group. I can't just be there because I'm a fun person to be around, or because I'm funny or whatever. I need to have like a tangible reason that, oh, it's useful to have this guy here, and that's why this kind of falls into that. Where you bully want to play? Oh, good thing I got over that, and I don't really care anymore. But yeah, like, I think, well, obviously I've gotten over it, but subconsciously I think that's kind of a thing. Like, I was never part of like a massive, like, I had a couple of friends, had a small, or like maybe a small handful if I was lucky. But again, I was a drummer in a band. My biggest friend group was when I was a drummer in a band, and again, that was that tangible. We need him here because he's a drummer. He's a good drummer. He plays music, likes the music we like. So yeah, I think that's generally where it comes from. Yeah, I imagine. I mean, I feel like the people I get on with are people that are like that because they understand what I'm trying to do, and then they're also trying to do the same themselves, and I try to acknowledge that. I like people that are willing to help, stuff like that. But yeah, to wind it back to this, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what makes me happy to be in a community, is I'm being useful to others. If I wasn't useful, I'd feel like I can just get kicked out at any time. There's no point in me being here. I'm just going to not talk anymore. And that's kind of how it feels out a lot of my friend groups. Not because I don't like them, just because I feel like I have nothing to contribute. Therefore, I'm just not going to talk. Therefore, people think I'm dead, and then I just move on. Kind of how it is. There's a few people where I can go back and talk to them. You've already finished this quiz twice and you gave it fair. So yeah, good question though. Good question. Love you too. It's fine. It's called content. I spend a lot of time observing before I act. Very accurate. I hate kind of diving into stuff. I don't like kind of being handed and being like, right, work it out, go. Whether it's puzzles, whether it's a task, whether it's an activity, I tend to try and do my research first. Or I'll like watch other people do it. At least once. I'm very much more of a doer than a watcher, but I still like to do my research first. So if I'm not observing before I act, I've got a guide, which is you could technically call it someone else has done it before you. Essentially, I would never just go in gung ho, not really knowing what to do, and I would class it as a lot of time as well. I will try and do as much research as I can before I feel comfortable doing it, at least. Bloop. I like to be impressive to others. Yep, absolutely. Which is annoying because I've always classed myself as a jack of all trades, master of none kind of guy. I like to think I can be like average at everything. Put me in front of something and I'll learn it pretty fast. But there will always be somebody who's better than me. Like close by as well. It's happened with my drumming, it's happened with my grades, it's happened with speedrunning, it's happened with streaming. Like, I like to be impressive, but it's something I would love to try and be, but I always feel like I can't. and that's why I'll pick up stupid things like I'll try and juggle, I'll solve a Rubik's Cube, what other stuff if I try to do just be good. I mean, 100% games is kind of like that. Oh, look, I did this, but sometimes that's more of my enjoyment of the game. Yeah, like I would like to be impressive to others, but I can't. Like especially nowadays, there's nothing I can feel I can do. I mean, even the touch typing. I'm starting to learn touch typing properly now. It's kind of part of it because I get impressed watching other people. I'm like, I want to be able to do that, and I want people to look at me like that, like I look at them. Words. I want people to look as impressed with my touch typing as I do with other people's touch typing. That's where I want to be. So yeah, if your personality is still drawn to, and yet with your personality, people are still drawn to you, even with your partly developed skills, rather than some people who have more skills. Yeah, that's the balance. A martial arts thing for me. It's been over 2 years since I did a class. Some people think I can hold my own. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I've seen that picture of you fucking body flipping someone, so I'm sold. But yeah, exactly. Like for one reason or another, and again, it's for me. It's probably down to like being bullied. Like I had nothing in that. Want to be something tangible. That's a tutor. What, like you're flipping? Or that's doing the flipping? Well, I don't look at the picture properly. Am I a bad person? I think that's why dad was so scared of me. It's so common as most of the... Yeah, the guy I'm flipping is true. Nice. The common it's most put myself out there. Yeah. And to be fair, that's why I'm very... Like... As much as... the geography stuff's funny, it's one of the reasons I won't even attempt to guess, because I hate feeling stupid getting it wrong, even though it's hilariously stupid, some of my answers, which I'm warm to. I'm warm to the fact that I'm the guy that doesn't know anything about geography. That's fine, so I can live with that. But yeah, this kind of falls in line with the wanting to be useful makes you happy. Like it kind of falls into the same kind of category of like people looking up to you and therefore wanting to keep you around kind of thing. Whether it's because you're good at a video game, or whether it's because you're funny to be around, or whether it's because you can do this cool thing and people want to show you off. Things like that. Same from magic stuff. So yeah, I'm always looking for new things to experience. Somewhat inaccurate. Don't think I'm much to look at for fitness. But yeah, show people a picture and their opinion sharp changes a little. It's like my own little hidden secret. It's cool, it's cool. We spar with Sarah and was super impressed. I want to try out. Yeah, some of you's talking about that because you've been wanting to do it again for a while, haven't you? Also, hi, Hipsies. But yeah, no, I remember you talking about that. Sounds really fun. Should kick the shit out of me. I don't have any fighting training in any capacity. I'm one of those nerds that think they can fight because of because they watched some martial arts movies, but I definitely couldn't. I'd definitely fail instantly. Looking for experiencing new things, somewhat inaccurate. I don't like new things. Typically, I just don't like them. More because of the fact, as mentioned before, I've got to do a lot of research to be interested or to want to try them. Look at all those hearts. All the love, all the love. You're strong, but maybe not tactical in the fight. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. But I will say somewhat inaccurate because I always want to try new food. I always see food and I'm like, I want to try that. Whether it's on YouTube, whether it's in the Discord, whatever. Like, I always want to try new food. And that is such a big thing for me that it's not very inaccurate. That's the only thing that makes it somewhat inaccurate, because of my desire to want different food. So yeah, but other than that, no, I don't like trying new activities, don't like going to new places, because it's all just uncertainty. It's all, I'd have to try and plan it. No, I can't be bothered. I don't do it. Boop. So this says 6 of 8. Is this? Oh, okay, whatever. It's fine. I'll work out on this one. I live a fast-paced existence. No. Or if I am, I'm not happy with it. Let's put it that way. I don't know if what I'm doing is class. I'm pretty sure it's not classed as fast-paced. I'm not traveling. I don't have a high-intensity job. I'm not doing something every single day. If I am, I wouldn't call it fast-paced. If anything, I'm just sat here. So no, wouldn't call my life very fast-paced. There'll be times when a lot of things happen in a short period of time. I do generally, like, there's generally this thing, I get it every so often, where my brain will be like, oh yeah, life feels different now, which sounds weirdly existential, but I don't know, there's times where it's like, I'll just sit and have a think about, like, what I'm currently doing, what's happening at the minute, what am I top of my priorities list, and I think there's times where that shifts so much, and then my brain notices and goes, oh, your basics different and fast, but true. But yeah, so you definitely wouldn't say that. How would you rather spend your free time? I'd rather go outside and walk or hike in a park nearby, building something or engaging in a creative activity like arts and crafts, playing video games or watching a movie at home, getting together with my friends and have fun going out, reading my favourite book or website in bed or on my couch. It's a fairly obvious one. I'm just going to sit and play video games. It's all I've done. It's all I've ever done. It's all I'm going to do. Whether Jane likes it or not. The builds have been quite fun. Like, I do like, I've had connects quite a lot. So, I like building stuff with that. Obviously, getting together with friends, have fun going out. Take the going out bit off. I'd rather stay at home and play board games. Or video games, whatever. Going outdoors walking, it's literally not my thing at all. And then reading your favourite book or website. No, I could argue that YouTube would sort of count, but this one's just more accurate in general, so I'm fine with that. Yep, page 7. We're nearly there, kids, we're nearly there. I require a lot of time alone to recharge. My fucking god, yes. And unfortunately, I never get enough time. And that is no one's fault. Before Jane thinks it's her fault, it's no one's fault. Before Volk thinks it's his fault and then doesn't care anyway because he likes to spend time with me, that's fine. It's no one's fault. It's just, as one of the most introverted people I know, I need so much time alone. Brutal amount that I just don't think I'll ever get. The closest I get will be the GDQ weeks. And even still, I'll probably be in the Discord because I feel like I have to. I'll see with these questions, to be fair. Imagine me slam answering that question. Yeah. No, like spending time. No, that's fair. Oh, that's fine. We'll just not go at them over then. It's fine. No, I guess I was more your last option, wasn't I? That's fine. I'll take being last option. That's fine. But yeah, like, it would never be any lower because even with people that I like doing something that I want to do, I will still want that to stop at some point, and I want to go back. I want to go back to just not doing anything, doing something on my own. A lot of the time it's doing nothing, but it's just that whole, like, just get so worn out. I seek out the secret of the universe. Nah. Oh, no, don't show me. Oh, okay. No. I'm intrigued, and I find science really cool, but I don't seek it out. I don't want to find the reason for all existence, or how it all happened, or the real answer to the Illuminati. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not looking for the answer. I'm just looking to ride it out and die peacefully. It's kind of just sort of playing like that. Everything happens for a reason. I don't feel like I need to find out why. I'll just carry on. So, yeah. Fairly boring answer for that one. but it's just how I've always been. Right. So that's it. Let's see what our spirit animal is. I'm not gonna happy with it, am I? I'm a snake! Oh my god! What it means to be a snake? A snake? The snake animal meaning is power. Oh, the snake animal meaning is powerfully connected to life force and primal energy. In many cultures, it is revered as a powerful totem representing the source of life. When the snake spirit animal appears in your life, it likely means that healing opportunities, change, important transitions, and increased energy are manifesting. Don't think that fits. You're a wolf? Do you have the spiel? If you don't have the spiel, that's fine. Oh, you do? Right. Well, I'll read the wolf one first. So, the power of the wolf brings forth instinct, intelligence, appetite for freedom, and awareness of the importance of social connections. When the wolf shows up in your life, pay attention to what your intuition is telling you. Okay. Then got turtle. The turtle totem teaches us about walking our path in peace and sticking to it with determination and serenity. Slow moving on earth, yet also incredibly fast and agile in water. Those who have the turtle as totem or spirit animal may be encouraged to take a break in their busy lives and look around or within themselves for a more grounded, long-lasting solution. That's quite good for you, actually. That's quite good. I'm a deer. I'm like a horse. I'm like a horse with horns. When you have the deer as spirit animal, you are highly sensitive and have a strong intuition. By affinity with this animal, you have the power to deal with challenges with grace. You master the art of being both determined and gentle in your approach. The deer totem wisdom imparts those with a special connection with this animal with the ability to be vigilant, move quickly, and trust their instincts to get out of the trickiest situations.